let's start off with a bang. Let's start off with 1 and 3 drop in Mr. Savage as they are dropping Stark Industries. That's why Drop has found so much success. If you can condition this lobby to say, this is my spot, and if you can just get this free elimination, free 5 points, you know, that kind of helps too.
It's like iDrop lets the person down below. Yup, had a great battle with Red. Red always went toe-to-toe with Savage. You always expected them to go for it. As we're seeing in the replay, as Rifle as match comes to an early end, has been taken surprise by John 22 and the big spooky factor right there. And that is always the chaos of Stark Industries. And especially in this late game in the semifinals, some people like to roll the dice and gamble and go to these power POIs like a Doom's Domain, like a Stark Industry. So as far as Savage, does not have to deal with Cartoon, which last time Cartoon gave Savage a little bit of issue.
Yeah, that's true. And I think Savage, if I remember correctly, ended up surviving somehow. Maybe
and third party.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So we'll see what the fate turns out to be this time for Savage. Nice first shot. He's nuts, dude. I'm sorry, but he's nuts. I hope I don't jinx him with the caster's curse right now. If I do, chat, you can blame me. Hashtag blame Fallout if Savage dies. But guess what? He's not gonna die. He's Mr. Savage. He is insane. I mean, honestly, I cannot overestimate or overemphasize how good he is. I can speak with as many metaphors, as much excitement, hype in my voice as possible, and it still wouldn't do it justice. He is one of the most mechanically gifted players in the game, period.
Question is, can Savage walk away with another Dreamhack champion as we go from that champion to another champion from the FNCS? It is Janus, who usually lands all the way in Steamy Stacks. That is where he got his championship, electing to drop Coral Castle. So maybe already reading the tea leaves, as right now, according to projections, Janus is not in. Has to be careful here. Taking this engagement may cost him the run here. So someone like Zeke could kind of ruin the run of Janus. That is going to be the question that we see here. What kind of ending does Janus do? Does he get the end, a very sad trombone? Or will it be a triumphant trumpet, at least for this moment here, Fallout?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Janus right here, right now, with 271. And we're going to take a look at the threshold and, of course, keep you updated as to where that threshold's updating to. Is 256 with Pasma, Flois, Floki, currently in 98th through 100th place. So Janus is in a good spot. He's currently 20 points above. But if he gets taken out here, it's pretty scary for Janus. That's a beautiful crash pad, though. And guess what? Janus is looking great.
Looking solid, but I've seen so many of these stories end so quickly. Nice. And that's the thing, I know it's kind of late in the broadcast to mention, but the Epic decided to vault the charged shotgun. So we're not going to see the vault shotgun, as we're seeing Steer 6 brings the Grim Reaper from above as Ace Maximus goes down. And Steer 6, again, a big player in the FNCS, is going to qualify, and that's another big name that you're going to see. We did really well in the FNCS trios with iDrop and Vettel. So the EU region is showing out here as Solari's DRG shows out against the Elim in this match.
Exactly right. We see now Mr. Savage continues to find himself in fight after fight. It's almost like he chases danger. He chases the thrill. I don't know what it is, but Mr. Savage wants to fight. He finds himself in these fights, and danger seems to find him. But as he does that, he also does it with caution. Notice how Mr. Savage is playing this. Disengages from the fight right there. Heals up and lets them fight each other, buying him time, and more importantly, buying him the opportunity to be the third partier, not the third party-yee.
Already Lucia is trying to get in, gets tagged for the 80. Now Lucia's in trouble with no shields, and Savage on the front side, applying the pressure. Slinex in the distance, kind of keeping an eye on this fight to see where he could be an opportunist. But Lucia goes down to Savage, and that's the second elim in this matchup here. And iDrop in the feed picks up another one. So iDrop and Savage again in the same match.
Let alone to be casting a Dreamhack tournament. I've been a big fan of Dreamhack my whole life, and I love the opportunity to work Dreamhack events, as we now have Mr. Savage says, I'm out of here. Danger might follow me, but I don't necessarily like that. I don't necessarily like Danger. Danger, stop being a bully.
Yeah, hello Danger for that brief moment, but if you're Savage, ooh, you're gonna attract so much of that. How did he get that? Shadow was literally flying right past him, and Savage catches him. Somebody out there in Savage's stream, clip that, because he kind of fly by moment and gets a big tag on that, kind of getting that elim. And Savage is not done yet. You mentioned the mechanical prowess of him, Fallout, and Savage with a good tag on flips and gets the elim. Savage, what did you eat this morning? My oh my, you are banging right now.
So, Drop wants the first place spot. Everyone always does. You know, even though I think you shouldn't because it gives you the curse. I'm just saying. I'm a man of curses and superstitions. Drop is 414. Mr. Savage has 509 points coming into this game, at least. You know, so coming into this game, like I said. So I, highly doubt he's going to get first. Drop's going to be content. Doesn't want to lose to Benji, though. I didn't even realize Benji was able to sneak his way up to 410 last we checked. Not sure if he got one last game and if he's done, or if he's playing one more right now. He's not in this lobby. So it's going to be a crazy finish here between Wolfies, Savage, Drop, and Benji.
Let me give you some of the names that are sitting at the, like just on the outside of the 100. Moraine, not in, 285, because we saw that Iron Man ended one of Moraine's run. Hardfind, sitting at 285, sitting at 103rd. Kizzle, sitting at 102nd. Some big-time names already on the outside. Kenzel, on the outside looking in with 278 points. Deceptos with 277 on the outside looking in. ADN on the outside looking in. Chapix on the outside looking in. All these names on the outside looking in, and it is Savage that is, like I said, in the VIP section. Looking at all the other bros are on the outside of the club.
I hate when I'm a bro outside the club. It really sucks. You know, and you try to sneak like a $15 bill, or there's no such thing as a $15 bill, but like a $20 bill. A quid, thank you. A 20-pound quid, I don't know if that makes sense, to, you know, the bouncer, and then you don't get in anyways. You just turn into a bro, and it's an unfortunate thing. We'll see if people outside the club in this case can get in, though. It's a pretty packed club. It's a pretty exclusive club, as Anas is part of that club with 328. He's in a good spot.
Very, very exclusive, as 1,500 players get pared down to 100. As mentioned, 1,400 people will have a feels bad man vibe, but Anas looking so strong, a member of Click and Thomas HD from the FNCS trios, and look at the kit. It's all golden, got the shockwaves. He's sitting Billy Goat on the side of this mountain here as we're going to one of the highest points of the Fortnite, a big time mountain. I don't know what the grip point is, but it's very going to be interesting to see how they navigate this. And it's going to go up and over, across and over, and this is where the terrain takes out so many people here at Fallout.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh my goodness, 41 players still alive, and it is the 6th storm. This is late game Fortnite that we love. It's an absolute stacker to close this one out. Moving circles with 40 plus players alive. Wow, it's gonna be a crazy finish. And guess what? We got Mr. Savage alive. He is on absolute shambles, and he's done. That's it. Bandages, no shield. I mean, he was in shambles all game long. It's impressive that he made it that far, to be honest with you.
Another Elam from an impressive run here from Anas is another player that's definitely going to qualify. Savage is in, so no worries to the Savage fans out there. Savage has the opportunity to become another Dreamhack championship underneath his resume. Anas has an opportunity to add a Dreamhack championship to their resume, as we're seeing Zone now pulls off the mountain and down into the valley towards the river. So Zone 7, as you saw, a lot of people already on this side. There was not that many players. Great use of a shockwave. Could almost connect and go on the bottom, but Anas is going to look for some people who are trying to burn and get down off this mountain, and he has eye drop in his sights for a brief moment here as Fallout.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
A brief moment.
Brief moment indeed. Oh, this is getting crazy. This is getting absolutely insane. Look at the amount of damage that Anas is above the threshold. By the way, that's actually insane. Is now Storm Surge going to come into effect? Looks like Floki's going to take out one. That's huge because Floki was in 99th place before this game. So Floki alive, Floki well. Floki will make it through. I sound like I'm talking to a dog right now, but we'll see. Anas almost gets the sniper headshot. A couple good shots coming through with the Stark Energy Rifle. Now, gold all day. All gold. Everything he touches is gold for Anas, as he's been playing so well. Look at this. Oh my goodness! He's taking to the flying skies as Anas with the mid-range jumper. Kobe, Anas can't be stopped.
That was hot. That was a edit chop down into a crash pad, into a mid-air elim, and Nas styling and profiling. Now we're going to take a look at height. It is ADN. ADN, again, was on the outside looking in, and before the last match was able to get a victory royale. If ADN could get a back-to-back victory royale, that would be huge for ADN. And now we're seeing the fight for height as everybody down low is going to be a big yikers, considering that this is go up the elevation as ADN is being contested, but we're going to keep with the story here of Anas, who's seen on the low ground on your bottom right. Anas is on the low ground, making his way up as much as possible. The rest of the lobby is now going through old builds, but Quambrowski gets taken out by ADN at height. So big time elimination from ADN, and ADN has a strong position as Malibu goes up for height, does not get it with that Witch's Broom. ADN still holding on strong with that high position.
Exactly right. It all comes down to this final finish. 18 players left. Oh my goodness. This is insane. I cannot believe what we're seeing right now is we got the double picture-in-picture here, Sancho. It's going to be a crazy end.
Crazy end as Malapuka on the top right gets to Elim, and Nas gets to Elim as well on your bottom right. Ice-T now retains height as ADN had to give it up. Ice-T sits up at height, and down below is so many players going through old builds. And look at how much of a difference of elevation is going all the way to the bottom of the valley. As Peach that we saw, Peach, this could be it. If Peach could get in, this could be the qualifying factor for Peach as Anas regains height on Ice-T, and Anas gets the Elim on the bottom right of the screen, and Anas is sitting up height. Malabuka is still in this fight. He's down below, but look at the mess down below. Fallout is not looking good for everybody down there as Anas still with a dominant position.
You know, it's a little scary for Nas too, because he's such high ground. There you go. He has to do some waterfalls down. He's gonna do that because he would have actually gotten taken out and fallen to fall damage. No more shockwave launcher, glider gun to keep you alive, obviously, from last season. And Nas comes up right behind and takes him right out. Sneaky, sneaky peekaboo of play for Anas. He's a silent assassin, and it all comes down to this. 3 players remain. Will Anas end this game with a stamp? 1 goes down. That should help significantly. Anas gets a tag. Anas needs 1 more. 1 versus 1 picture-in-picture here. Who's going to win?
Anas is really low on mats. It's going to be tough as Malapuka does have the Witch's Broom to go ahead for height. Is currently on a cooldown, already used. And Nas is going to be in a big-time situation. He's getting choked out by the storm. But Malapuka, yes! Malapuka gets it done with the Witch's Broom, rides his way to Victory Royale.
And they're going to be moving forward into our grand finals in just about 30 minutes. And there he is, up on top, 100 Thieves' very own Mr. Savage with 509 points, almost a 50-point difference between first and second place, which is I dropped 7, an incredible performance by him.